But Jayan Krishna, I want to quote to you some of these US media reports, including some of these journalists and networks that are considered close to President Trump. They're reporting that in the past 12 hours, and I'm just reading you reports from the past 12 hours, US job growth in August, that's slowed down, and that's signaling a deterioration in their labor market. Reports seem to indicate a 13,000 job loss, a drop in employment across sectors, including manufacturing and finance. Are some waking up to the fact that Trump's tariffs are causing adverse repercussions or tremors within the United States of America?
Yeah, Gaurav, I think so. The way mindlessly he has driven the tariff agenda, I think, one thing is very, very clear in the short run as well as in the long run. It'll do no good to the US at all. In fact, some effect of it is already visible in the US, where the kind of manufacturing going up he talked about, it has not happened except some announcements from the likes of Apple that yes, they will invest $600 billion in the US, right? So I think in today's day and age, let's compare China and India, right? Why is it that Trump hates China more than he hates India? That's the truth, right? I mean, he has
Yes.
scores to settle with China. But why, if there is only 30% tariff he has been able to levy on China and 50% on India, is because of the economic indispensability of China, right? China, over the last few decades, has strengthened itself so much, especially in manufacturing, that President Trump knows that, through India, through 50% tariff on India, President Trump is sending a signal to China that, look here, we can go as bad as 50%, if not more, right? Because China has become so economically indispensable that if US increases the tariff on Chinese imports beyond this percentage, it will hurt American economy also,
It
right?
already is when they held back rare earth material. But Peter Cardillo, I want to quote a report saying the US has added just 5,98,000 jobs so far in 2025. And this report then goes on to say that outside of 2020, when the pandemic hit, that's the fewest for the first 8 months since 2009, when the economy was barely recovering from that financial crisis. So, in your view, will the US see the adverse impact and do a mid-course correction? Or will the MAGA ecosystem actually now increase the rhetoric on that H-1B visa to specifically target India for a trade deal?
Yeah, well, with the labor market basically crawling down to a halt, that's bad news for the American economy, and that could mean that if the tariff situation doesn't come to some sort of conclusion, not only with India but with other nations in a very short period of time, it could mean that the economy could be headed for a recession. And so that's one more incentive for the White House and for Mr. Trump to make deals. And I kind of think that that's what's going to happen. In terms of India, I have no doubt that, the 50% tariffs that were placed on oil and the 35% other tariffs will be eliminated and will be brought down to levels that both the United States and India can live with.
Okay.